My name is Lowell Graybill, and I volunteer in a number of roles with the Pennsylvania Federation of Sportsmen's Clubs organization. The Federation was formed in the early 1930s out of a deep concern for the environment and Pennsylvania's wild resources. Our focus was to establish an awareness of those concerns and to help promote regulation that would protect and conserve. Today, the PFSC continues to fulfill its pledge to provide a statewide and a united voice on behalf of sportsmen and conservationists across the Commonwealth, to be sure that their rights are preserved, to be sure that the wild resources of the Commonwealth are enhanced and preserved for future generations.
The Federation monitors legislation and regulation here in Pennsylvania that impacts hunting, fishing, trapping, firearms, and the environment. Each legislative session, we track 400 to 500 bills that could impact Pennsylvania's outdoor heritage. When a piece of legislation is introduced that impacts our outdoor interests, it's my role to educate our members and to provide a clear channel for their voice in Harrisburg. In working with the Commonwealth's resource agencies, like the Game Commission and the Fish and Boat Commission, the Federation has worked to advance its members' voices to have a positive and lasting impact on our great state's natural resources. Most recently, for example, the Federation has provided input into the Mentored Youth Hunting Program, seasons and bag limits, and antlerless deer license allocations.
I'm State Representative Dan Mao. I represent the 91st Legislative District. We worked on a bill not too awful long ago called Mentored Youth Hunting, and the Federation was solidly behind it. When they get behind a bill and they say this would be good for our sport, and they can explain it, and they bring that idea to a guy like myself or any other legislator, for example, they then understand it. And that's how the interaction between an organization like the Federation and Capitol Hill works.
I'm State Representative Matt Gobler. I represent the 75th District in Pennsylvania, which is Elk County and Northern Clearfield County. It's so important for hunters and sportsmen to have a good connection with their legislators, to be able to work on a network across the state to support hunting issues and sportsmen's issues and to preserve our outdoor heritage. The reason why I'm a member of a number of local affiliated clubs of the Pennsylvania Federation of Sportsmen's Clubs is that I think it's important, one, to work with local people that have the same interests that I do. But I've really seen the value in being able to work with the statewide network. Our outdoor heritage is so important, and the way of life in the rural areas needs to be preserved and needs to be protected, and that's exactly what hunters can do with a very strong voice.
As an organization, the Pennsylvania Federation of Sportsmen's Clubs has the opportunity to be active in ways that go beyond just the legislative, but into the educational process.
I've been associated with the Federation for approximately a year. I was informed about a conservation school in Lancaster, and I applied for a scholarship, and the Federation was grateful enough to give me a full scholarship to this conservation camp. We got to do hands-on conservation tactics to help the environment. It really gave me an appreciation for the people who care enough to do those things. And none of that would be possible unless it were for the Federation.
I've been associated with the Federation since 1993. The Federation does a lot to support women in the outdoors programs, as well as the rights and the interests of not only hunters but also trappers and anglers and just those who are outdoor enthusiasts in general. The Federation also supports clean streams as well as management of state game land, so I think that there's something there for everyone.
I've been associated with the Federation for over 40 years now. The Federation covers a broad spectrum of activities, not just hunting, not just fishing, it's everything, and I think that's what we need. Getting more involved with the Federation, I've learned about the different rules, the laws, the legislature, what's going on up at Harrisburg. They keep an eye on things and then they can inform us. If we wouldn't have the Federation informing the membership, I wouldn't know half of what I do now.
If your club is not a member of an organization that represents you here on Capitol Hill, how do you expect Capitol Hill to know what your problems are? By joining an organization like the Federation of Sportsmen, you have a voice here. They're in my office all the time. And if you want somebody in Harrisburg, in these halls, in the ears of all the people that make changes to the laws that you're complaining about, you need to join an organization like the Federation, and then you'll have your voice.
If we don't hear from the grassroots, it may be very, very easy for society to get in a hurry and society to miss those important things about protecting our outdoor heritage, our way of life, and hunting and sportsmen's issues.
Legislators and regulators are becoming increasingly focused on actions that can rob you of your hunting, fishing, and trapping opportunities. The general public can lose touch with their outdoor surroundings, making the need for information and education more important now than ever before.
For over 85 years, the Federation has continued to support and foster our Commonwealth's proud tradition of hunting, trapping, fishing, conservation, and Second Amendment rights. However, the PFSC could not exist or continue its mission without the financial support and active leadership of its member clubs, individuals, corporate sponsors, or partner organizations. Please consider joining our ranks by becoming a member of the largest, most respected, and most effective organization serving sportsmen and women in Pennsylvania. For more information on becoming a member, go to www.pfsc.org.